Hi everyone, it's Billy here for WinterFresh in partnership with the Chaos Group. I'm here today with my fantastic helpers. We've got Sebastian and Diggory, my pro sous chefs. And we're here today, guys, to cook a recipe to show you how to use some fantastic seasonal greens and veggies to introduce into your cooking. And I've brought the kids along to show you how much fun it is to get the kids involved in the kitchen. And they put me to shame, to be honest with you, so I'm sure they're going to do the same. Can you guys tell everyone what we're making?
Spaghetti.
Pasta and spaghetti, that's right, well done guys. So we're making a basic tomato sauce, which is really versatile, can be used for pizza, pasta, you can turn it into a soup afterwards, whatever really. But we're going to introduce some different vegetables. Guys, do you want to pick up the veggies that we've got? So we've got some, what's that one?
Celery.
Celery stick.
Carrot.
Carrots. And how about the rest? What have we got?
Pepper.
A pepper, red pepper. You like the snowman, aren't you?
And onion.
Onion, well done Seb.
And potato.
That's a sweet potato, isn't it?
And a little old lemon.
And a little old lemon. Oh bless, the little old lemon. So guys, with the sweet potato, you could use swede, parsnip, kind of whatever you want, whatever root veggie, even beetroot if you have any. Are you telling porkies? Is that why your nose is so big? Brilliant. So with our pasta, guys, we're going to serve that with a pesto. We're going to use some lovely spinach, and then I've got some pumpkin seeds. You could use other types of seeds, sunflower seeds. Oh, you lost your carrot, mate. Or you could use nuts. You know, I've even made it with peanuts before, so you don't have to go out and spend loads of money on posh expensive nuts. But yeah, just a good way to liven up the dish. Are you ready to start, guys?
Yeah.
Brilliant, fantastic. So we're going to put our pan on first to make the pesto. So in the pan, Seb, do you want to put in 3 spoons of pumpkin seeds? And we're going to dry roast those guys just to toast them off in the pan. And it'll bring out some of the natural oils and some nuttiness within the seeds. I tell you what, mate, let's go for a couple more. Not a couple spoons, just a few more seeds. Little less. That's it, perfect. I tell you what, Seb, I'm going to leave you in charge of that. Do you want to give that pan a little shake every once in a while? And just make sure that nothing burns. You up for that? Fantastic. Diggory, what are you up to? Playing with lemons? Brilliant. So we need that one in a minute, mate. But first what I need you to do, you're going to squish the garlic for me. Brilliant. So really good way to get the kids to crush garlic. Make sure that the hot water's all safe. Wow, you're putting some energy into that, boy. So using a hard object like a frying pan or a saucepan, and then they're just putting their weight down on it, giving it a bit of a bash. Is he crushed? Have you crushed his spirits? Oh, look at that. That is a very well crushed piece of garlic, mate. Well done. Do you want to peel it now for me? Let's move these pumpkin seeds. How are they getting on, mate? Yeah, can you notice any difference in colour? Tiny bit, of course. Okay, we'll go a little bit longer then. So in this pan, guys, just full of boiling water, I'm just waiting for it to come to the boil. And we've got our spinach here. You could use kale, you could use chard, you could use Brussels sprout tops, you know, any sort of green, even broccoli is absolutely perfect. And all we want to do is basically to wilt the spinach. So if you're using spinach, 30 seconds to a minute is absolutely fine. Something like broccoli or kale, more around the 3-minute mark of boiling it. What are you doing? You nibbling pasta? Brilliant. So the pan's just off boiling point. So we'll just wait for that to cook. So in my little food processor, hey, you're going to jab me with that pasta. We're going to pop half a clove of garlic that Diggory very kindly crushed. And then we're going to cut 1 lemon in half. And as you're so strong today, Diggs, are you going to give that a crush, get all the juice out into that one? If you don't have lemon juice, guys, just a dash of vinegar just to make it slightly more acidic is perfect. Go on, get your muscles in there, mate. Feel them. Okay, so seeds good? Brilliant. So in goes the spinach. This is a full bag of spinach, 200 grams. And it's not going to take long. Get all of that in there. We don't want to miss any bits. Let's give this a little mix so we've got all of the spinach submerged. What was that like?
Not sour.
Not sour. Wow.
They're all starting to pop like popcorn.
They're popping, are they? Right, give the pan a little shake and then I'll turn it off the heat and we'll let that cool down. Do you want to go and have a look? So why do you think they're popping?
Because of the heat.
Yeah, it's blistering the skins, isn't it? Making them pop a little bit. So here's our spinach, guys. You can see in the pan it's wilted pretty much already. So I'm going to take that off of the heat and we're going to drain it and then we're going to cool it down with cold water. So it needs to be cold for this. And just give it a little squeeze as well, guys, to get rid of any excess water. So I'm going to pop this one over here. I'm going to get that drained. How's that lemon? You still eating it? Brilliant. Right, so we're going to take our seeds, guys. And this is the tricky bit. Do you think it's going to go everywhere?
No, some might.
I'd probably be better off using a spoon, wouldn't I? To be honest, I'm too lazy. Let's chuck it in.
Ow.
Yeah, they're hot. Be careful. How many have I got there?
3.
Three little seeds. They're going to go in. We don't want to miss those out, do we? In with those 3 little seeds, we need 80 millilitres of oil. Okay? So
What, oil for the car?
oil for the car. Do you think that would be tasty?
No.
A bit of engine lubricant. No, so I'm using some olive oil. We're going to pop the blender cap on this and give these a little whiz up first, okay? So let's give that a go. Perfect. If you don't have a food processor, guys, pestle and mortar, something like that's absolutely fine. If you don't have one of those, just chopping it up really finely with a knife is perfect. Brilliant. So our oil's going in. What do we add to food to make it tasty and seasoned?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Go on then, buddy. You do the salt for me, and I'll pop some pepper in. Perfect. You're enjoying that one, aren't you? So when our spinach is here, we're gonna add the spinach and just blend that up, and it's ready to go then. So guys, let's get you guys to move back along. There you go. I'm gonna squeeze my tummy in. What are you laughing at? Brilliant. So we're going to move on with the vegetable preparations now. Because this is going in a sauce, realistically, not all kids like veggies today. So I'm going to try and chop these up really nice and fine so that they're kind of hidden into the sauce. So we're going to start off with 1 onion. This onion is absolutely massive, so I'm not gonna use it all. Oh, there goes my water bottle. So let's peel the onion, take off the whole layer, and then what we're gonna do is use the knife, draw the tip of the knife through the onion, not going through the root. So I've kept the root intact, guys. When it gets to the end, we're gonna bridge over. Just draw it down that way. You all right, mate? You okay? You sure? Yeah. Do you need a pat on the back? Bless you. So then we're going to cut back the other way into a nice fine slice. Mate, if these onion fumes get you as well while you're choking on that lemon, you're going to be really in a sorry state, coughing and crying and everything, aren't you? Okay, so celery next, guys. Just 1 stick of celery. We've washed all of our veggies already. But really important, you always get that grimy little bit at the bottom of the celery. And it's just really super important to wash all of your veg anyway. You don't really want to be introducing pesticides or anything like that into your food. So yeah, just remember to give them a wash. So I'm going to cut this one in half into nice drumsticks. Yeah, perfect. In fact, I'm going to cut that one again, and then nice fine slice. Seb, do you want to have a go at cutting that bit of celery for me, nice and fine? Yeah, that'd be great. And you happy there at the moment with your lemon? Great. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop it all up into one pile because it's all going to go in the pan at the same time. And then our red pepper. So I'm just going to use half a red pepper for this, and I'm going to cut it into nice long strips. And then back the other way. So it's, you know, as you can see, guys, we're trying to introduce more veggies into this sauce. And all we're doing is trying to, you know, get 5 a day into people and just start getting into enjoying veggies, really. You okay, buddy? Mm-hmm. You're doing a good job with that one. Well done, Seb. That's perfect. So let's move that celery over here. And then next, our sweet potato. So with the sweet potato, guys, do you boys like sweet potato?
Yeah, sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries, yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? How about you, Diggory? You like sweet potato wedges, don't you? So that little gnarly bit there, guys, I'm just going to shave that off. We've got that lovely bright orange colour in there.
Like my hair.
Like your hair, exactly. So we're going to top and tail that one. It has been washed, guys. I'm just taking off the kind of more gnarly bits on it. But I'm not going to worry about peeling this one, okay? So adding all of these veggies in, we're building up the amount of fibre, but keeping the skins on where possible as well. We're introducing more fibre into our diet that way.
Yeah.
Do you know that looks like Pac-Man? So I've just done them into little strips again, exactly the same as with the peppers. And then I'm going to go back the other way, shift that out of the way a second, guys, into a dice.
Kill the lemon.
Kill the lemon. The poor lemon, what's it done? Okay, so same with this bit. And then back the other way. Right, guys, I've got a job for both of you while I chop some of this carrot. There's another piece of garlic here. Pan's just here. I'm worried about you with that lemon, Diggory. I don't want you choking, mate. Let's move that off the board. So if you want to crush that garlic, and then, oh yeah, Diggory, you crush it, and then Seb, I would love for you to chop it all up nice and fine if possible, mate. They're so good. Brilliant. So, got our carrot now, guys. Exactly the same process. We want the carrot to be nice and fine. Looks like you're having fun there, Diggs.
He's on a roundabout.
He's on a roundabout. So, I'm going to cut the carrot in half. So I'm just bridging over to keep it safe because it's quite wobbly. You got the skin off? Well done. So now it's nice and safe. I've got it on a flat edge. I'm just going to run my knife down exactly the same as all of the other veggies and cut it into strips and then back the other way. Mate, you're doing a good job. I'm a bit worried how brutal you're being.
Oh, God.
I know. I wouldn't want to meet you in a dark alleyway. Okay, so I've got all of my veggies chopped up now, guys. We've got our sweet potato, our carrot, our red peppers, our celery, and our onion. So you can see already lots of lovely, bright, vibrant colours, and it's going to be well hidden within the sauce as well. You're right, buddy? I reckon you crushed it now. Is it stuck to the bottom? So we're going to use a frying pan to start cooking the sauce. I'm going to go in with one tablespoon 1.5. This is a dessert spoon, so a little bit extra. And then I got my pan for the pasta. I'm going to lift that up. There we go. What are you up to with that lemon? You're still eating it. Brilliant. Right, Diggs, if you move over a second, I'm going to scoop all of... oh, brilliant. Thank you, Seb. I'm going to scoop all of the ingredients into this pan. Really carefully. Oh, lovely sizzle sound. Do you want to do the rest?
Yeah.
There we go. Last few bits. Perfect. Let's get those ones there. So we're going to give it a little shake around, guys. So we've got the oil nicely coating all of the veggies. One thing we want to do, what are we going to add? A little bit of...
Salt and pepper.
Wicked. It's just on the table there, boys. Perfect. You going to put some in?
Yeah.
So really good idea when you're sweating down veggies like this, guys, just to introduce a little bit of salt at this stage. Basically all it does, it starts to draw out all of the moisture and helps them to sweat down in a bit more liquid. So rather than getting loads of colour on them and it having that kind of slightly charred flavour, we want to bring out all of the natural sweetness to kind of sweeten up the acid flavour in the sauce. Hey, what are you doing? Let's do it over your hair like that. That's better, isn't it? Brilliant. So let's pop the salt back over. Have a smell of this one, guys. Have a sniff. Are you okay? Do you blow it? Don't blow it, have a smell. That's not a good response, is it? So we've got some dried oregano. You could use dried mixed herbs. You could use dried thyme, dried rosemary, or fresh herbs if you've got them. But I'm just going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of dried mixed herbs. Right, Diggory, what I want you to do now, mate, you're going to stay here. All right, you come over here. You're going to take that spoon and you're going to give it a stir every once in a while. Is that okay? Just nice and carefully. We don't want all the food out of the pan. You hold on to the pan handle. Perfect. Me and Seb are going to do the pesto. Are you happy doing that? Mm-hmm. What a legend. Okay, Seb, do you want to grab the spinach, please, mate? I'm just going to scoop all of these seeds down that are on the outside.
Spinach for Popeye, the Shader Man.
That's good. Yeah, he likes his spinach, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And what does it do to Popeye when he eats spinach?
He goes all big and gets loads of muscles.
He does, doesn't he? So do you think eating things like spinach is good for getting muscles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really healthy for us, isn't it? So, yeah, really important. So, guys, check this out. That was our 200 grams of spinach, wasn't it? That whole bag of spinach.
And that's turned into a little slug thing.
Do you think someone threw some in the bin, or do you think that's all of it?
It's probably all of it.
It is all of it, yeah, you're right. So once it's cooked down, it really disappears into very little. So we're going to pick out all of the little bits, and that's going to go into our little processor. Let's move that one out of the way. And then I'm going to add a little splash of water, not too much. Splash, splish, splash. And then, how are those veggies looking, Diggs? All good? Oops, careful, mate. Remember to hold on to the pan handle. Brilliant, you're doing such a good job. Okay, so we want the lid on properly. We don't want it to explode everywhere, do we?
Yeah.
Don't want any explosions.
No.
Okay, so we're going to pop it into the food processor, guys, and just give it a quick whiz. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! What do you think we need to do?
Add some more water.
Yeah, brilliant. That's it. So grab the water, Seb. It's looking nice. Just needs to be a little bit looser, doesn't it? A little bit more. Tiny bit more. That's it. It's perfect. So yeah, guys, cooking's all about kind of using your intuition. If you think you need to add a little bit more water, you know, it's the thing to do. Just go with what your gut says. Let's have a check. What are you laughing at? Perfect. Should we have a smell?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? So go on then, you have a sniff. Is that good? Hope you okay? Okay, be a bit careful, mate. Let's give it a shake now. And then we'll turn it down a little bit, just so that it's wetting nicely. Okay, so our pesto, guys, we've got really lovely, vivid green from the pumpkin seed and the spinach. One thing that's really important to do while we're cooking is to have a little taste. Have a taste, or do you want a taste? You have a taste. You can just eat it off the spoon, mate. You have a taste? What do you reckon?
Nice.
Nice? Okay, I'm going to have a little taste. I'll use the other end of the spoon. Hey, that's all right, isn't it? I think what we need is a little bit more salt. Oh, it's lovely. Just to give it a little bit more seasoning. You're going to put a tiny pinch in? No, don't eat salt like that, buddy. You put it in the pot. And then we're going to give that one last mix up. And then we got our lovely pesto ready to go on top of the pasta. So this is looking great, Diggory. You've done a really good job supervising that, mate. So what we're going to do next, guys, we're going to get our tomatoes in there. So I'm going to open up a tin of tomatoes. You can give it a try, mate. This tin opener is not the best, to be honest with you. So I might give you a hand. That's it. You're doing it right. That's it. I reckon that was that little bit of spinach, eh? It's giving him the power to open the tin. I struggle with this one sometimes. That's it. Heave! Heave! We'll have to sing him a shanty to get through. We'll save you from that. That's it. You've done it, mate. You've done it. You've totally got there. Well, I think high five for that, Diggory. Diggs, well done, mate. High five. Well done. Be careful, because it might trap your fingers. So all we've got left to go in our sauce now, guys, if you step back from the board a little bit, buddy, is our garlic. So I've not put the garlic in too early because we don't want it to burn. So we're just going to give that a really good chop up. And back over to get it nice and fine. I can't believe you're still eating that lemon, Diggory. You think that's fine enough, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, happy with that? So in with our pan. Let's have a little bit of a wipe down. We don't want to be too mucky, do we? And now we are pretty much ready to add our tomatoes. We're just going to let the garlic cook for a little bit more. So Diggs, do you want to get the tomatoes ready? You're going to pour them in? Let me open that a little bit. Whoa. Brilliant. Be really careful, because this is very sharp, isn't it? Oh, I can smell garlic now. It smells so good. So pop that in. Tip it right in, buddy. Do you guys like tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like them like little small ones that taste really nice.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. They're lovely and sweet, aren't they?
Yeah.
So with this, guys, I'd normally just half fill the can back up with water, just to swill out any kind of excess tomatoes left on the side of the can. But it's also going to add enough water in this to allow it to kind of cook down. What have you found, mate?
Cherries.
You got your cherries. Nice. So what I'll do, if you're going to munch on those, Diggory, I'm going to put that there for for your pips and things, okay? So with the sauce now, guys, I'm just going to turn it up until it starts bubbling away, and then we're going to let it chill out and kind of mellow on a simmer, okay? So that we get all of the flavour coming through. The veggies are all softened, so then if you've got kids that kind of don't want to see that they're eating veggies, you can use a potato masher, mash them up, disintegrate them into the sauce, or blitz them up in a blender. The choice is yours. Right, it's pasta time. You ready? Okay, so guys, when we're cooking our pasta, for the recipe that we're using, 240 grams for 4 people is absolutely plenty. It's really easy to overcook quantities of pasta. You want a pan full of boiling water. Don't worry about putting oil in it or anything like that. Salt is great, but you have to put a lot of salt in, so it's quite expensive to season the water. So we're better off adding a little bit of salt into our sauce at a later stage. So I'm going to do enough for the 3 of us. How hungry are you? You're not hungry, you're eating cherries, aren't you? How hungry are you, Seb?
Medium.
Medium, okay. So we'll cook this off. Okay, so when we're putting it in the pan, we're just going to make sure that it's all spread out, that nice kind of fan shape, and then as it kind of cooks, it's going to wilt down into the water. But it shouldn't take too long. What have we got here? Yeah, about 5 minutes. So we'll wait for the pasta to cook. We're going to drain the pasta. By that stage, our sauce is going to be nice and reduced. And then we're going to serve up, guys. So what I think we need to do, boys, I promise I didn't drag you here just for that, but we're going to have a little bit of a tidy up. Is that okay? Brilliant. So let's move all of the veggie peelings into the compost bin. And then I'm going to wipe down my worktop. Do you want to give that one a little wipe for me, Diggory, the board? Perfect. That's it, well done, guys. And then, Seb, in a sec, can you pass me the plate, please, mate? The bowl that's there. So that's what we're going to use to serve everything up in. So we'll plate a dish up, guys, to show you what it looks like for the end. And a good kind of idea of a portion size as well. What was that?
The tongs.
It's a tongs. It's a crab. So our pasta, guys, is started to wilt into the pan. I'm just going to help it on its way. Just scoop it in a little bit. What's your favourite pasta, Diggory? What sort of shape do you like?
Curly.
The curly ones? Yeah, like the spirals. How about you, Seb? What's your favourite?
Little pocket ones with the cheese inside.
Oh, ravioli. Whoa, nice. Maybe we'll have to make those at home soon. Okay, so our sauce is cooking down nicely. How's your tidying up getting along? Perfect. Seb, what I'd love for you to do, buddy, is grab the colander and the bowl behind you, the silver one. That's it. Yep, that's the one. And then if you put the colander, or leave it over on that side, mate. You put the colander in the bowl, and then we're going to drain our pasta in that one in a second. Okay. We'll just keep giving it a quick mix. Okay, guys, so the sauce is starting to reduce nicely. The veggies are all nice and soft as well now. So it's kind of at this stage, if you wanted to use a potato masher to break it down, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit, just while our pasta's finishing. It's getting there, it's nearly there.
It looks a tiny bit like hair.
It does look like hair, doesn't it?
That's what barbers eat.
It's what barbers eat. Spaghetti toupees. Brilliant. Yeah, I could probably put some of this over Diggory's blonde hair. And it would match in, wouldn't it, Diggs? Oh, dropped a bit. Let's get back in there. Okay. Okay, so we're going to drain the pasta off. Perfect. I'm not going to allow all of the water to come off, guys. We want some of that kind of glutinous pasta water going into the pan. There's a little bit here. Oh, grab my cloth. Watch out a sec, Diggs. Let's put this water in. Perfect. Right, do you want to use the crab pincers to give it all a good mix around? Brilliant. How's that looking? Tasty. Nice. Right, let's give it one last mix up. That's it, mate. You want to try and smother it in all of those lovely veggies. Okay, let me have the pincers, buddy. No, you don't have a taste from that one. You're going to have to wait, mate. You have a wait and you can have a taste in a minute. So let's give it all a little mix up. Diggory, do you want to put the pasta bowl up on the board there, buddy? That one there, can you reach it? Okay, perfect. So step back a second, mate. Because I don't want to burn you with the pan. So we're going to use our tongs. Get loads of the lovely veggies in as well. A few more veggies. Perfect. Turn all of this off. And then the last thing to go on,
Pesto.
our pesto. Brilliant. So we're going to take a good spoonful of our pesto, and that's going to go on the top. And then it's entirely up to you guys. You can kind of mix it in with the pasta or just have a little bit on the side. So here we go, guys. We've got our lovely, oh, we don't want it to tip out, our lovely spaghetti with loads of fresh veggies in a tomato sauce with a spinach and pumpkin seed pesto. So what should we say, guys? Should we say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you have fun in the kitchen, making the most of these lovely seasonal vegetables. And yeah, get cooking. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You monkey.